Good afternoon, welcome to Sunshine Report and Barkadi Salah. Kunle Ariyo is my name. Muslim faithful across the world today celebrate Eid al-Maulud, commemorating the birth of Prophet Muhammad, observed every 5th of September. The celebration, which comes with a public holiday in Nigeria, honors the life and teachings of the Prophet, emphasizing values like compassion, kindness, and unity. We bring that report in the course of the bulletin. Meanwhile, Governor Loki Aiyedatiwa has felicitated the Muslim community in the state as they celebrate this year's Eid al-Maulud, which marks the birth of the Holy Prophet Muhammad. The governor described the special day a moment to reflect on the lessons of tolerance, sacrifice, and peaceful coexistence, which are the virtues of Prophet Muhammad. He enjoined Muslim faithful to use the celebration to pray for the sustained peace, unity, and collective progress of the state. Aiyedatiwa also employed the people of the state to keep faith with the ongoing developmental projects of his administration. The governor reiterated the determination of his administration to continue to implement policies and programs that will make positive impact on the lives of the people of Ondo State. Also, the All Progressives Congress APC in Ondo State has rejoiced with the Muslim Ummah as they celebrate the birth of Prophet Muhammad. According to the Publicity Secretary of APC in Ondo State, Alex Kalejaye, the birth of the Prophet has no doubt brought about revolution and helped transform mankind. Hence, the best way to celebrate him is to imbibe and demonstrate his virtues as ways of life. He urged the faithful to reflect on the recent development strides in Ondo State, calling for support of the APC-led administration at all levels. While wishing Muslims a wonderful experience and celebration, the party prayed Allah to grant Nigeria peace, unity, and common understanding. Away from that celebration now, Ondo State House of Assembly has vowed to support every move that will strengthen security efforts across the state. Speaker Olamide Oladiji, while praying host to Commissioner of Police Ondo State Command, called for continued crusade against all forms of crime in the state. House of Assembly correspondent Omoshiliola Adesoyajayi now completes the story.
In a bid to further consolidate peace and enhance security in Ondo State, the Commissioner of Police and top police command leadership paid a courtesy visit to the State House of Assembly. The visit, described as a strategic move to deepen collaboration between law enforcement and lawmakers, was warmly received by members of the House led by the Speaker Olamide Oladiji. The Speaker, who commended the police for their proactive efforts in maintaining peace across the state, noted that such strides have contributed to improved peace and investor confidence in the state.
Investors will not come when there is no peace. So it is when there is peace in the state, it is then we can begin to talk about investors. And it is the investors that can bring in their hard currency to come and do one or two things in the state. So I want to especially appeal to you that as far as association is concerned, try as much as possible so that there will be peace.
He charged the new Commissioner Adebowale Lawal to thoroughly review inherited cases to ensure justice and proper solution. Oladiji also called for continued engagement and regular meetings between security agencies and traditional rulers, whom he identified as stakeholders often involved in community land matters.
I want to thank you for your courage for working with other agencies. You see, it's a matter of understanding, to tolerate other agencies, and that meeting is very germane. We're having, regular meetings with them, even with the royal fathers, because some of them, they are the one that is accommodating, they are the one that is giving land to all these strange people.
The Commissioner of Police emphasized that protecting lives and property remains the foremost responsibility of the police and assured the Assembly of the Command's unwavering commitment to maintaining security, calling for collaborative efforts to improve operational capabilities.
It was because we enjoyed the support of the government. That's why it's been easy for us to do that. Of course, we have some pockets of crimes and criminalities here and there, but I want to assure you to continue support. We continue to manage, nip it in the bud before it escalates, so that the mission and vision of the executive governor will come to fruition. We know you have lofty ideas about how to develop Ondo State, especially the river line, bringing investors to the state.
Mr. Adebowale Lawal, who assumed office on July 2, 2025, is the 46th Commissioner of Police to be posted to Ondo State. Omoshiliola Adesoye Ajayi, Osrc News.
Also in a renewed commitment to deepening democratic structures at the grassroots, the Ondo State House of Assembly has reiterated its resolve to strengthen grassroots governance across the state. Chairman House Committee on Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Oluwatoyin Japhet, during a visit to the Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, emphasized the importance of empowering local government systems to promote sustainable development at the grassroots. House of Assembly correspondent Omoshiliola Adesoye Ajayi again reports.
The visit of the committee led by its chairman Oluwatoyin Japhet was in a bid to strengthen collaboration with the relevant government agencies to improve grassroots governance and ensure effective service delivery across the state. The chairman appreciated the ministry's cooperation with the assembly while underscoring the importance of synergy between the executive and legislative arms of government. He emphasized the need for training and workshop for newly elected councillors and clerks, warning that lack of proper guidance could lead to unnecessary conflicts between council chairmen and legislative houses at the local government level.
If these people ran out of their limits, or their limitation, we cannot blame them because they are from different backgrounds. They might not know much about what is obtainable and what the operations of the legislative houses are to be. There are documents that are supposed to be provided for them at the section of their office. Just as we, the house, we were being acquainted with all these documents that guide us, the standing rules, the code of conduct, and the rest of them that are supposed to be their guiding paper, they don't have.
Other members of the committee stressed the importance of the effective implementation of local council development areas (LCDAs), urging the ministry to work closely with the assembly committee to develop an efficient plan for their operations. The Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Amidu Takuro, acknowledged the crucial oversight role of the assembly, which are evident across the council areas in the state.
Have been enjoying their unprecedented cooperation. There was never a time that we do have any issue. Rather, we always collaborate. In most of our team, we always involve the chairman of committee to represent the interests of the committee virtually in most of our plans that has to do with improvement of service of our people. We are intentionally doing this because we know the role of the House of Assembly in the local government administration in Nigeria. They are the ones that are directly in charge by virtue of the law of the land. I want to acknowledge that not only to work with them, but to partner with them, to synergize with them.
He informed that the ministry is working on amending the local government and chieftaincy law to reflect present-day realities and called for total support of the legislators. Omoshiliola Adesoye Ajayi, Osrc News.
Some parts of Ondo State capital Akure are grappling with worsening road conditions as potholes spread across major roads. While some areas have received government attention in recent times, places like Bypass, Oshile, Ijoka, and several others still cry for urgent intervention. Our correspondent, Ayo Oluwatomiwa Adetunji, reports.
Driving through some parts of Akure, the Ondo State capital, has become a nightmare for many residents. What should ordinarily be smooth journeys are now marked by frequent stops, bumps and swerves as motorists struggle to navigate deep potholes dotting the roads. From the busy bypass to Oshinle and several other parts of the city, these roads have become traps, slowing movement, damaging vehicles, and in many cases causing accidents. For many business owners, it is the same tale of frustration. Many complain that the poor state of the roads is affecting customer flow, delaying deliveries, and ultimately reducing their daily income.
I know, and everybody knows that our governor is working every day. So, but then we want to plead to him, we want to beg him that they should help us to repair our road. As you can see now, when we want to buy something, when we went to buy something in the market, the taxi drivers, they refused to carry us down here due to the situation of our road, and it's affecting our various businesses.
Kò sígbà tá a bá ti fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ ìgbà míì a máa ṣe máa yà fún àwọn ọlọ́kadà a máa yà fáwọn onímọ́tò díẹ̀ ìgbà míì mọ́tò àkọlù ẹlòmíì ọ̀kadà àkọlù ẹlòmíì tìtorí àwọn ọ̀nà wọ̀nyí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni nígbà tí ọ̀nà ò bá ti dáa tí a bá ti ń kọjá bẹ̀ tí mọ́tò bá ń kọjá tàmí sí èèyàn lára bí ọlọ́kadà bí oníkadà bá ń kọjá tàmí sí èèyàn lára so wàá tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣépè fáwọn ọlọ́kadà wọ́n á máa ṣépè fáwọn onímọ́tò because tọ́nà bá dáa kò sí nǹkan tí ó jẹ́ kí mọ́tò máa rìn gẹ́gẹ́ kí gbogbo nǹkan máa free at least tí ọ̀nà bá dẹ̀ dáa iṣẹ́ wa iná máa lọ síwájú ọkàn wa máa balẹ̀.
Beyond economic losses, safety is also at stake. Motorists swerve dangerously to avoid potholes, increasing the risk of head-on collisions. Pedestrians too are not spared as they struggle to cross flood-filled craters whenever it rains. Although some parts of Akure have witnessed recent rehabilitation, residents of Bypass, Oshinle and adjoining areas say they are yet to feel such government presence. They insist that urgent attention is needed to avert further losses.
As I'm looking at it now, you can claim life, but there is no person, either a rightful person or not rightful person. If I'm driving now, I cannot say what I'm driving, I will just put myself inside the pothole. I'll have to dodge it. And when of dodging it, the bike might be coming and the student might be coming. And if I look at this one, this is St. Louis Grammar School. This is another office here. Anybody can be passing. If you're not careful by dodging this pothole now, it can hit. So there are the better for the government now to do the right thing.
From the bypass to Oshinle and across many parts of Akure, the cry remains the same as residents want better roads. Until then, the potholes remain an everyday struggle. Ayolua Tomiwa Adetunji, Osrc News.
With September 15 school resumption date approaching, preparations for the 2025-2026 academic session are in full swing. Despite the rising cost of educational materials due to inflation, parents are making every effort to equip their children with essential supplies. Joy Pius reports that stakeholders in Ondo State are ready for the new academic session set to begin on Monday, September 15, 2025. Her report.
As the holiday period draws to a close, parents, guardians, and school administrators across Nigeria are gearing up for the new academic session. In Ondo State, parents and guardians are busy meeting their children's needs, from purchasing uniforms and stationery to providing comfortable chairs and lockers for their wards. Parents who spoke to OSRC expressed concerns about the current economic challenges, but emphasized their commitment to ensuring their children receive quality education despite inflation.
We have brought the materials such as textbook, school uniform. It's not easy. It's not easy. At least like a local, I will buy local 18,000. Textbook Almost 46,000 for the textbook and the big notes. The school uniform, we put it at 39,000.
Kò séèyàn náà tí ọmọ yẹn á ṣe exam then pé òun fẹ́ lọ sí senior class tí ò ní amúra ná bẹ̀tẹ̀ aṣáàdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ náà pé Ọlọ́run kọ ìlérí fún wa pé lọ́jọ́ tí ní pé a ṣe láyọ̀ àti àlàáfíà.
For Amirat Olagoke, gaining admission into her dream school is the most exciting moment of her life.
I'm happy to be in secondary school because this is my first time in St. Louis and I'm happy because of such experience.
School administrators say they are finalizing plans to create a conducive learning environment for both new and returning students.
We are prepared. Just yesterday we had staff meeting with our staff to prepare them. We've given them temporary register to put the names of promoted students. The environment, you can see, is clean. As we are coming, we already have cleaners that sweep, the leaves because we are on holidays. They are doing it. The field is yet to be done because we want it to be closer. We use chemical to spray them. Everything will be in place.
We had a meeting with the parents, just a small parents, yesterday, and the admission process started fully today. So then because we are preparing for our staff meeting, that will be next week. But everything we are put in place, the committee, class teachers, everything, we have already put everything in place.
Parents called for improved communication, enhanced teacher support, and a safe, healthy environment from school authorities. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
While a long vacation was once a period of complete rest off schoolwork, but today the story is changing. For many students, holidays now mean summer lessons, a time to reverse, prepare ahead, or keep busy academically. Yet, for others, holidays remain strictly a time for rest and bonding with family. The debate continues. Should holidays be for relaxation or for academics? Osrc's Blessing Obey explores the divergent views of parents and educationists. Her report.
Traditionally, holidays were eagerly awaited by students as a season to take a break from classroom activities, refresh and spend quality time with family before resuming for a new session. But in recent years, the concept of school holidays has shifted. Many parents now enroll their children for summer lessons to keep them academically engaged. This development has sparked conversations on what is most beneficial for children, rest or continuous learning. Ondo State Chairman of the Academic Staff Union of Secondary Schools, Olatunji Tajuddin, believes holidays should primarily serve as a time of rest. According to him, students need space to relax and recharge before returning to school.
For anything that runs continuously without a stop might have issues. As an educationist, I am not in support of summer lesson because these children ought to be allowed to relax, to refresh their brain and get prepared for the next academic section, the next term, depending on the situation, if it's the end or the beginning. But when you now have to do this, parents who do it is because of where they want to keep their children. Safety. Everybody is now running hater-scatter for what to eat. The father will go one way, the mother goes the other way to improve the economy of the family.
Some parents agree with this position, emphasizing that holidays should help strengthen family ties and give children the opportunity to bond at home.
Me, I don't believe in having any special holiday after the normal school days. So me, I like my children to be at home with me during the normal, that is when they have, then they observe their normal holidays. When you have them being taught throughout, I think for about 4 or 3 months now, on regular teaching, coaching every time, I believe there's supposed to be a time for that brain to at least to have a rest.
Others argued that while rest is important, a balance must be struck. They insist that some level of academic activity helps prevent students from forgetting what they had learned. Educationists, however, suggest that rather than subjecting children to another round of rigorous academic exercises, holidays could be better utilized for skill acquisition, sporting events, and other extracurricular activities that build creativity, discipline, and social skills. Blessing Obi, Osrc News.
We now go back to the Eid al-Maulud story. Muslim faithful across the world today celebrate Eid al-Maulud, commemorating the birth of Prophet Muhammad. Observers observed every 5th of September. The celebration, which comes with a public holiday in Nigeria, honors the life and teachings of the Prophet, emphasizing values like compassion, kindness, and unity. Adewumi Taiwo brings us more.
Eid al-Maulud, the celebration of the birth of Prophet Muhammad, is one of the most significant events in the Islamic calendar. For Muslim faithful in Nigeria and across the world, it is a sacred time for deep reflection on the Prophet's life, his teachings, and the values he stood for. The day goes beyond commemoration. It is a spiritual compass, reminding the faithful of compassion, humility, justice, and service to humanity. Beyond prayers, sermons, and acts of charity, many also celebrated with family gatherings, shared meals, and gift exchanges, strengthening bonds of love and unity. A Muslim cleric, Yusuf Olalere, chief imam of Okeogba Central Mosque, stressed that Eid al-Maulud is not about merrymaking, but about reflection, remembering the importance of the Prophet's birth to mankind.
Remembering his birth does not mean that we are celebrating, we are merrymaking, or that we want to kill cow or be doing. No. We want to remember his life history. What has been the purpose of his coming to this world? What are those things that he was able to achieve in terms of religion? Was he able to unify both the Muslim, the Christians, and the Jews he met in the city of Medina? So this is a personality. He spent 3 years on the surface of the earth, and he was able to achieve a lot when we are talking about humanity. When we talk of humility, is there. When we want to talk of knowledge, is there. When we want to talk of good character, he was there.
Another cleric urged the faithful to remain steadfast, draw closer to God, and let the Holy Quran be their daily guide.
We are the follower of Prophet Muhammad because for being the follower of Prophet Muhammad is a great opportunity for us because we are the first one that all the entire
For Simbiat Agbajiola, one of the faithful, the sermon was a reminder that Muslims must embody unity, love, and good conduct starting from their homes. Eid al-Maulud therefore stands as a time of spiritual reflection, community bonding, and reaffirmation of the Prophet's enduring message of compassion, kindness, and unity. Adewumi Taiwo, Osrc News.
Ondo State Governor Dr. Loki Aiyedatiwa has expressed deep sorrow over the death of Otumba Bamidele Adegboye, an illustrious son of Ikale land and former governorship candidate of the Social Democratic Party SDP. In a condolence message, the governor described the passing as a painful loss, noting that Adegboye lived a life of purpose, service, and goodwill. He said the late politician's numerous good deeds would remain a source of comfort to the people he impacted during his lifetime. Ayedatiwa, on behalf of the government and people of Ondo State, prayed for God to grant the bereaved family, friends and associates the fortitude to bear the irreparable loss, while also asking for eternal rest for the deceased. And that's it on Sunshine Report. Good afternoon.
Go.